Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to start discussing of matrix diagonal sum. So what is the matrix? So matrix is two-dimensional array. Here we have the value, so it will define like this. We have 0 0 0 1 0 2. So this is the one linear matrix, and here it's two-dimensional array. So let's suppose if we have to define matrix. This is the matrix value, and here we provided how this is indices provided in this, and we have to find value on the index 0 0 1 1 and 2 2. So this is the primary diagonal, and here this is the secondary diagonal. So this value is 0 2 1 1 and 2 0. So let me, and this value is it is available in the both diagonal. What we have to do, we have to remove while calculating the sum. So let me start writing the code and we'll see the result. Here we'll take, because this is the matrix diagonal sum, which is this value, and it should be the same because it's so what we have. So here row and column value is the same. That's why we can take only one loop and then we can calculate the diagonal sum. What we have to do is start. We just calculated sum equal to 0 and then for integer I equal to 0, and let me write n equal to matrix dot length. So because here row and column should be same, in that case we will take only one loop. It will be the optimized way, and we no need to write two loop for this. I less than n and then I plus plus, and this will be get in the order of n. So first we have to calculate primary index, and primary index I and j both values should be the same. So here 0 0 1 1 2 2. So sum equal to matrix of I and I, that is the same. Okay, and then we have to, for secondary index we have one formula which we have to use and find the value of the secondary index, secondary diagonal. Let me write that one. It will be n minus 1, n minus 1 minus I. So let's see here. If so, suppose we have to find this value and n value is 2, then how it will be calculated? So 2 and I is here 0, I equal to I equal to 0 and n equal to 2, then 2 minus 1 minus not 2 me it will be the n minus 1 minus I. So this is the value. N equal to 3, n equal to 3 minus 1 minus 0. So we'll get this value, 2 value. So this is the value we have to find out. We'll check the same condition here. Here n equal to 3 and then I n, let me write it here, n equal to 3 and I value is I equal to 2. Then we have to calculate 3 minus 1 minus I equal to 2. So we'll get the value 2 and 0. So using this formula we'll get the secondary index, and in the final we have to subtract this value because it's used in the both diagonal. So I have written this formula, and in the end I will write, we have to subtract this 5 value, and here if you check, n modulo 2 equal to n, then we have to subtract matrix n by 2, n by 2. And then we have to return some value. So here we are just dividing because this value, if modulo 2 equal to 1, 0 0 1 1 2 2, 1 by 2 also equal to 1, and then we need to define this value, and 2 by 2, if that is the correct, then we have to subtract this value and return the value. Here we are getting wrong. Let's check. Here we are just using one. We have to use both. That was, we defined the wrong. That's why it's getting the wrong value. And we can see it now. Our all test case is passed and it's submitted successfully. So if we have to find diagonal sum, we have to apply this formula. So first I and both values should be same, and then we need to apply this formula n minus 1 minus I, and then we have to subtract it and we'll get the result. I hope you'll get the point how we have to calculate diagonal of the sum of the matrix, and what is the way we have to write it, the code. And I also explained it how this formula is working and what is the approach of this. Tomorrow I'll try to take some more important question on the DSA. Please stay tuned with me, and then if you like, subscribe, and then we'll get the stay tuned with me. It will be easily, you can get the notification and you can start coding with me. for today. Thank you so much, and then thanks for watching.